Welcome back, you beautiful people, to the BloodPack. This is the Rimeffect mod with a bunch of the mods added in, and I'll go over them in just 1 second for you. First mod up is the Rimeffect core. This by itself is a huge expansion, and I've got a playthrough just covering that. I'll put a link up there. Then the extended cut, which just adds a bunch more weapons into the game. We'll cover them as we come across them. Rimeffect user face does what it says on the tin. Got the shuttle patch so the Kodiak can fly again. Rimeffect races, so we're going to have more races from the Rimeffect universe into here. And then the N7 weapons and armor, which is so much fun to use. And to start this map off, we are going to have a little bit of fun with this. We have taken the Lost Tribe start because we are playing as the Krogan and the Vulture, so their tech is going to be useless, so we're going to have to scavenge just about everything that we can get, and then anything we do want to get is going to take a long time to research. We've started off in the middle of a battlefield, so we have the Hannah to the north and then the Vulture to the south, which is fine. That means we can go and capture some more Vulture because that's what we want. We also have a shuttle crash coming in and then a shuttle coming in here whilst a space battle is going on. So one thing in the fluff for this is we were on a BloodPack ship, maybe Sturways or something, and then a big space battle kicked off. Maybe it was the Geth or something. Anyway, the planet, the ship's been blown up. We've been crash landed on the planet, and now we need to try and get a bunch more recruits for the BloodPack so we can go off and finish the mercenary contract. So let's have a little look, see what the ship does. So that's exploded and dropped a bunch of stuff. We're not really going to pick too much of that up because yeah, that's a lot of good stuff. There's a bit of a head start, and then over here we've got the shuttle crash and nothing too interesting for us. All of the Vulture here all have Alliance pistols, and then we also have our Krogan, which is Grugon, and he has the bionic power, so he has Incinerate, Overload, Hex Shield, and Defense Matrix, which aren't my favourite powers. Incinerate is really good. Overload's really good, but I would have preferred Combat Drone and Tactical Cloak. Those there are the best powers that you can get. We've also got some ancient Crypto Sloop caskets. That wasn't on me, the others were. And yeah, a whole bunch of stuff going off over here. Let's get everyone on draft. Let's pull back and let's see what the Hannah can do. See if they can actually fight. If they can, that'd be kind of cool, but I doubt they're going to do too much. And as we're running away, let's just bang down and incinerate. The cool thing about the Vulture is they have like 400% healing. I think it's actually 600%. So if you don't kill the Vulture outright, they just get back up and carry on fighting. Which makes them quite a lot of fun, but incredibly dangerous to take down. Well, not dangerous, but difficult. Because as you can see, they're just healing there. So if you don't kill them outright, they're going to get back up. Which is good for us, because that means our Vulture are going to survive. Hopefully. If they don't, well, you know, details of their Vulture, they are expendable. As for Grugon, on his bio, he's transhumanist, industrious, bloodlust, and sanguine. And then for the Vulture, they all start with the same, which is sanguine, bloodlust, healthy, and restful. Because I don't think the Vulture are going to be bothered by other people dying around them. Same way, I don't think the Vulture are going to be bothered about not having their own room or eating from a table. So for that reason, the Vulture are going to be super happy the whole time, so they don't worry about too much. And like I said, if they just get tagged, they heal up, which is kind of cool. It's a nice thing, but they are pretty squishy, and as you can see, we don't have any armor on them anyway, so they're not going to be able to do too much. But we are tidied up those fairly quickly. Don't need to worry too much about them now. And let's just go and finish them off. Actually, before we do that, Free Mind and Restful, that's good. So the Vulture are all super young because they like die at 20, so they don't live for very long. So he's got decent shooting, decent melee. As far as Vulture stats go, this isn't half bad, and having a research of this early on isn't going to do us any harm. And nothing too much round here. Obviously all this stuff there, but we can't touch it anyway. We're going to abandon this map tile. So we'll keep an eye on him. We might take him. Kazar is ours. And these guys are running away here. So if we send Grogon to chase those ones, you guys go this way. And let's see if we can't get anything decent out of this. No, that's dead. Oh yeah, and we're also going to just start butchering all of these Vulture down, because we are going to start turning them into suits and stuff. But before we do that, we do need to find a door. So we're going to uninstall that, and then we are going to install that down here. So Alarak, you can do that. Arlock. Okay, Arlock. Yeah, that's on you, mate. Well, let's go here. Okay, we've got the Mass Effect overlay on. It's just a little bit confusing right now. Okay, cool. That goes there, and work on that for me, mate. That's more Hanar, not a problem. Rex, you carry on doing what you're doing, even though you're not Rex. But details! You're Krogan, and you're in red armor, so therefore you're Rex. I can't wait until like the Krogans get their own kit. That is going to look so smart. And that's just a matter of chasing down now. That's fine. Once that's done, well, he's bleeding out in 4 hours. So who have we got? 3 conditions need tending, bleeding out in 4 hours. He will be fine, methinks. But just in case, let's go set up a little area so our guys don't bleed out too quickly, because we don't want to be losing all of our Vorcha this early on, because we need a massive horde of Vorcha and Krogan, and that is going to be a lot of fun. He's still doing alright. He's got 3 conditions need tending, so he's going to be back up pretty soon. He's only got 2 conditions, and Kazar's still bleeding out in 4 hours. Fine. That door's nearly done. As soon as that door's done, then we can start moving the Vorcha into here, and we can start some taming. I'm pretty sure it would be taming at that point. The Vorcha are pretty animalistic as far as the lore goes. They're kind of seen as little more than bipedal rats, which is really cool in the Mass Effect universe. Well, no, that's not cool, but the concept of the Vorcha is quite interesting, if that makes sense. And this is the one. Capture. Okay, capture now. Cool, before he gets back up. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to create a dumping stockpile zone here. And then we're just going to put down a couple butcher spots. And start carving up all of anything that dies on this map is just going to be turned into cloves. Because Vorcha. Do forever, drop on floor. Copy this. Paste that. It's going to take me a little while to get used to this new overlay. Because it's a bit different. They're fine. Actually, that is armor there, isn't it? Cool. Let's go strip this matey off. And the rest of that, like I said, I think we're going to leave pretty much all of it. I just thought we'd do it for a cool start. Actually, starting with that much kit, that's a little bit overpowered. A little bit imber. We also need to put down 2 campfires. We're going to put down those campfires just so that we can start producing a bunch of pemmican. Because otherwise this meat is all going to go off, because we have no way of storing it. Because we're on like Neolithic tech. Neolithic tech doesn't really give you too much to work with. And what is your resistance looking like? Resistance of 70. Okay, this might take a little while, methinks. We're going to strip the walls out of this area. We're going to take this out and we're going to turn this into a dumping stockpile. Well, not just a normal stockpile for that point. Yeah, so we can store everything in there. There's a lot of stuff that we don't want like deteriorating. Not that we're going to be able to like move any of it anyway, because yet again our guys are, they're okay, but they're not going to be super strong. We got no access to high-end tech, so we can't build spaceships or anything. We're also going to need to start getting onto some planting, because, well, not planting, but stripping down trees so we can get wood, so we can get those campfires going and fueled, so that we can make this pemmican before all of this meat deteriorates, because it's going to start rotting away super quickly. We want to keep an eye out for a psychic pacifier, just so we can take over Kook. I was going to pronounce that very differently then, but I'm not going to. And then we also have all of the ship chunks. But like I said, we're going to leave this map tile. We'll take what we can carry. If we can't carry it, we're not taking it, I think, is going to be the way we do this. We'll delete that, so then that will get brought over to here. And then we'll just expand these zones across. Alright, that will do for the moment. Just had some Asari traders come through, and we have got super lucky. So we're selling everything off. We weren't going to take it with us, but I figured if it's there on the map, we might as well use it. But we've been able to pick up a cloth nanosuit. Now, in other mods, this isn't super great, but for what we want it for, it's actually amazing. So, plus 30% work speed. So Vorcha have minus 30% work speed straight off the bat. So giving that to one of them kind of brings them back up to normal. Not quite, because it's 30% of the 70% instead of 30% of 100%, so it's less. But medical surgery success, medical operation tend, medical tend speed and quality, all better. Food poisoning is down, cooking speed, butchering speed, and yeah. melee dodge chance, shooting, toxic sensitivity. Now what we really want it for is the move speed. So it's plus 3 move speed and plus 150 carrying capacity. It is super expensive. They want 8,516 for it. But I think we are going to get that. And do you know what's always super scary other than a charging Krogan? A charging Krogan that can run way faster than it's meant to. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of a beast of a big boy Grugon who's going to be running around. And then as we find them, we'll give them to the other Vorchers. So this stuff's going away nice and slowly. We have got the first campfire up, so we are producing a small amount of pemmican, wherever it's gone to, probably into one of the storage points. And soon we are going to be ready to move. And when we can move, we're going to go and attack the next place. If we look onto the world map, we have got ourselves real nice and close by some Vorcher tribes. But I think before we do that, we might need to go to Wasron or down to the Krogan Castaways, because we need some psychic pacifiers. Because if they've got 70 resist, there is virtually no way that we are going to be able to recruit them through traditional means. So I reckon we just try to like zap them in the mind so they join us. We're not going to be able to take a lot of this stuff with us. This is a lot of things that are going to be quite heavy. And since it looks like you're going to be here for a while, Olok thinks that you should give your faction a name. Okay, anyway, we're the BloodPack. We know that. And then the settlement name. Brexius Creek. Yeah, that'll do. Not a problem. We have our first raid coming in, which is beer. So let's go down and shoot them in the face. It should be nice and quick. So Grugon is super quick, which is fine. And he also has, for his weapon, which has been added by, I think, the Rimeffect Extended Cut. So this is a Spacer Battle Rifle. Mass Accelerated Battle Rifle firing slugs lightened by the Mass Effect field using precision electromagnetism. Its projectiles shatter on impact to increase the damage to the target. The Halberd is a semi-automatic rifle developed by the Andromeda Initiative. Cool. It does 22 damage a shot, stopping power of 0.5, which is utterly useless. Does have 40% armor penetration, which is okay, I'm not mad about that. Range of 28, so it's fairly short range. Really poor, like, close in accuracy. Short accuracy isn't great, and then medium and long are pretty rubbish as well. And then it has a range cooldown of 1 second. Not a great rifle by any means, but it is decent enough. And the other side is, you don't really mind if Krogan gets in close combat, because Krogans do extra damage in close combat. And then you mix that with a level 4 Omni tool, and yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. They're going to have a pretty good time. Well, we are, they're not. And then finish him off, allow everything. And all we're trying to do right now is just process the bodies on this area, on the map that we've got. And then we just want to start getting some pemmican going, so then we can move off and start some trading. And we're going to open these in a sec, see what comes up. They might have armors, they might have decent stuff, they might not. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's do that now. So Grugon, you're in front. You two are behind with your bad boy pistols. And when they show up, we're just going to shoot the first crypto sleep and then see what happens to Coco. Okay, Eddie. Nothing really happened there, so let's strip him off. Nothing too fancy. It looks like that is a Synthread Duster. Yep. Happy with that. It's going to explode. Not ideal. Those guys are all waking up pretty happy. You're going to need to move forward so you're actually at the door. Desire whenever you're ready, mate. P90 it looks like. That's going to explode. And then we've only got one more Crypto Sleep Casket left there. But their armor just actually disintegrated. That just broke on those shots. Move in. You guys come up as well. Actually, yeah, just shoot him dead. We don't really want him. And then fire onto that. A couple flak jackets this early on will be quite nice. Would not be mad about that at all. Okay, cool. And then we got one more Crypto Sleep here. So that's Catton. Catton's down. And let's strip them off as well. So some Krogan exiles came round and we are selling them everything that we can't take with us. So that's all the components, all of the narcotics, all the weapons that we aren't using, any armor that we're not using, but we are going to pick up the prestige recon armor and the recon helmet as well. We'll give that to one of our guys, but we are still coming out with a small profit of 431 on that. So that that trade ship was a bit more powerful than I thought it was going to be off the start. But yet again, there's still only a couple of us. We haven't really got any guns. And we are now allied with the Krogan castaways, which is cool. We want the Krogans on our side because we are going to be looking to recruit a bunch of them sometime soon. And Coco still isn't doing very well. It's now down to 51. So it's been a while, but not a massive while. And it's only going down very slowly. So we need to keep an eye out for the pacifiers. With those pacifiers, hopefully we can then get a few more Vorcha nice and quickly. We have decided to move on. This seems like as good a time as any. We got some equipment. We don't have really any good guns. The armor's not what we want because we want all Mass Effect armor. The slave still hasn't joined us, and we really cannot take much from the map. So, and we can't even take all of our silver, so we can only take like 5,700 out of the 8,000. We're taking 1,000 pemmican, 2 herbal medicine, and then 42 of our normal medicine. And with that, we're going to leave. We're going to go down to the next town, try to trade for some better equipment, and then we're going to start picking a fight with some Vorcha. It's going to get quite difficult because where we won't have a trade beacon, the only place that we're going to be able to trade is either at a town nearby, which means we're going to have to split our ranks, or we're going to have to find caravans or get the Kodiak, all those things. But all of that stuff is pretty far away because right now we really don't have anyone that can do much with animals. And we are going to abandon our town here because the idea is that we are going to be fairly nomadic and we're just going to go from place to place to place, fighting as much as we can, killing as much as we can, and try and take over as many things as we can. Okay, what they do have is they got their own Vorcha here. So here's restful, rowdy, hardy, and kind. Good with animals. Okay, that is huge. Slow learner. That's kind of all Vorcha. Yep, cool. We will pick him up. So for 500, we'll keep the other one for the moment. Vorchas don't eat too much, so we're not going through food particularly quickly. We're keeping all of that stuff. And there we go. There's 2 psychic pacifiers, which is what we want. Nice to know that we do have a whole bunch of skill trainers nearby. So we're going to be able to run backwards and forwards and get those. And they've also got architect legs, well, 2 architect legs here. And a bunch of other stuff. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And do they have anything decent in the way of equipment? Yeah, so Alliance Space Marksman Rifle and then Alliance Precision Rifle, which are both pretty cool things. We might go pick one of those up. Anything else weapon-wise? It's not really looking like it. That's not a big issue. That's quite a good find so far. And they've also got normal Alliance armor here. So, oh, and N7 and other Alliance kit and Alliance Light kit and Archon Visor. Sweet, sweet. This is really good. Out of all the other playthroughs that I've been practicing on and trying this mod list out on, really haven't found too much in the way of equipment or weapons from the Mass Effect universe. So the fact that we have some cool stuff showing up already is pretty sweet. I think we're going to pick up some extra firepower before the armor so we can actually shoot some things. So Space Marksman Rifle, what do? You do 25 damage, stopping power 2.5, which is quite nice. 15% armor penetration, that is pretty poor. Burst count of 3. Acceptable accuracy, not great accuracy for a sniper rifle, but then again, it's pretty much an assault rifle. Cooldown of 2.5, so it is fairly slow firing. And then it is a sniper rifle used by military and police forces, firing 3 shots burst with each trigger pull. This top bit here is the same on basically all of the weapons. Okay, interesting. And then the precision rifle instead does 15 damage, 30% armor penetration, range of 40, slightly better accuracy, quicker cooldown. But 15 damage really isn't much. So I think we'll go for the Spacer Marksman Rifle. It's not a great bit of kit, that is for sure, but for right now it will do. And we only need it to go pick a fight with some Vorchas, so ideally we should be fine. I'm not sure where we got that from, but okay, we'll give that to Arlok, and then the new guy. Wow, not even going to try to pronounce that. That is not happening. And then we're going to go take out these vouchers and then start our voucher processing / training / recruitment camp. Because once we're here, after we've been here for 4 days, the vouchers are going to attack us every 24 hours. Well, it's more like every 20 hours. But what this means is with all those vouchers coming in, we're going to be able to, like, ones that we don't kill, we're going to be able to capture, or we're going to be able to skin them and process them into food and sell them. As for the base, a couple turrets, but we can outrange them, thankfully. It's got a decent power system set up. Move that across. Oh, this is from the Rocket Man mod. This just happens when you enter a new tile. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of components and other goodies on this map. Happy days. And also we've got the 2 psychic pacifiers as well. So we're going to be able to straight off the bat recruit 2 more people. We don't need to worry about him just yet. He's fairly happy over there. Don't need to worry about what he's going to get up to. But I'm kind of thinking if we go and we start tweaking the voucher stats, because what my theory is the vouchers should pretty much all be sanguine. Not because they are sanguine, but just because they don't really get bothered by too much because of how horrifically they're treated. Bloodlust, because they're all like nuts, is just their survival thing. They're all healthy because, well, they're voucher, they basically just adapt to any situation. And I'll go restful just for the simple fact that you never really see the voucher get tired. They just carry on going, they just don't stop, they are relentless. They're just used as cannon fodder. So they're just sent in by the Krogans so the enemy runs out of ammunition. And considering the Mass Effect universe that guns don't run out of ammunition, well, it's kind of a bold statement. Try plinking that apart. Okay, so that's that sniper rifle. Cool, you guys move back into some sort of defensive situation. And you've got incinerate. Cool, just drop that there. Catch that one on fire. We move this way. Try to bait them into the pistols, because firepower is not something that we've got. But to be fair, that's been like one of my things I've said, is just how short range the weapons in this game are. But having that, which is kind of like a longer range assault rifle, I wouldn't describe it as a sniper rifle just because it doesn't have the like stopping power or the hitting power of it. But as a assault rifle with some range, yeah, I'll take that. I don't think we're going to get him. We can try. And then let's see what this guy's up to. Bio. Hard worker, efficient, craven, and nimble. Decent in the old stats as well. Okay, cool. We'll try to rescue him if we can. And then let's go over here. Chemical fascination, ravenous, asexual, good hygiene, and efficient. Not great, but he will do for now. So this is our base. Let's go capture it and see if we can't set up a little prison chamber nice and quick. Because we are going to need to get them guys locked up pretty quick, otherwise they'll just heal and get back up. He might not, because he's burning to death, but we can't really do too much about that at the moment. Let's go fight fire there. That one's dead. Okay, we might actually just end up losing all of the voucher that we came into this map to get in a second. Can you go fight the fire as well? Or if I just put you there on draft, you're going to put it out. Okay, that's batteries. That's done. What we got in here? Cool, we got beds. Claim, we'll make that for prisoners. And then go and capture him. Cool, so that's one more voucher. These guys can all come off here. And then let's go set up a stockpile zone. I think maybe there might be a nice place in here for it. So let's go round. Drop everything off. Then we've got 2 psychic pacifiers, which means we can like brainwash 2 more people into joining us. So yeah, that'll be a decent stockpile for the moment. We haven't got too much. We've got a chitin turret there. Grugon, you come down here for me, mate. And then stockpile here. And we should be pretty good, actually. We don't want to go take those turrets heads on. We're going to have a very bad time. Bang down an overload over here. Is that going to work on a turret? Yep, sweet. And you got my sniper rifle. And then that goes there. Alright, tidy. Just use the psychic pacifier to recruit Cuckoo and Rogovus. So, I'm struggling with these names. So if you guys want to do us a solid favour, Just smash down in the comment section below what names you like on these Vulture up here, and then we can start naming them, because we're going to have quite a few of them. So we're already up to 6 in the first episode, which is quite good. And actually this is massive. So there's a comms console here. So if we claim that, then all we need to do is, we'll keep that with us. We won't sell it, we won't break it down, but we'll keep it with us. And hopefully we can find a trade beacon. And if we can get a trade beacon, that means we can proper start getting into the whole butchering of all the Vulture. And then making some, I don't know, how twisted would it be to make like dusters out of them? I imagine it's going to be pretty twisted, but that sounds good to me. Having a look at the map, we do have a bunch of donkeys and some dromedaries. And we got one guy, I believe, that should... Okay, yeah, we got Rogovus. He should be able to go around and start recruiting up some of these animals for us. So we're going to try and get them so we can use them as pack animals, so we can actually leave here with some resources, because right now we can't carry like sweet at all. If we go onto the world map and have a little look-see at what we can actually take with us. So if we go to there, we can only carry 273 kilos, which isn't really going to take us, well, let us take all that much with us. We're just going to be practicing some mining and building and repairing stuff at the moment, so we can get some skills up, because Vulture skills go up super slowly, so you've got to be careful of that. Otherwise you end up with a bunch of people that can't actually do anything. Even as their skills get higher, the chance of them like botching construction is pretty high. So without well, yeah, just with that, that makes it a little bit more challenging. We did find a couple like heaters, well, coolers from over here, so we've stripped them out, brought them to there, and then we're going to uninstall this as well, and we're just using that to keep this area here cold. And with that, we've actually got to go and deconstruct this stuff here, so we can have a nice big storeroom, because at the moment we can't really keep too much in there. We'll do forever on the pemmican, we'll copy that, and then we'll paste that there. So hopefully we can just start chomping through this meat nice and quick, so we have some more food, because we are not running super low on pemmican, but we don't have a massive amount at the moment. And we've got a little barracks there that we found, which is quite nice. It works alright. As for the power situation, well, we can't really do too much about it, because we can't build any power. We can't even put new power lines in. So we are going to take those solar panels with us. There's like 3 of them. And then they got a couple batteries, which we're going to take as well. So we're going to have portable power for a while, which is going to be pretty nice for us. That means we're going to be able to get things nice and cold and things not rot away, because, well, that's basically all that's going to happen if we can't store all of the meat and things. The enemy raid is closing in, so we'll take the first one out, because that'll be here in 5 hours. So that's going to hopefully be maybe 1 or 2 more recruits, and then some more kit and things that we can sell. But if we stay here, we are just going to get bogged down, because the attacks come like every 20 hours, and they're not massive attacks, but then the countdown timer for the next attack starts the second the first one lands. So if you don't deal with them really quickly, you end up just being in this constant battle, and it's really hard to disengage. Well, it's not difficult to disengage, but there's just so much loot and stuff like strewn all over the place, you can't really do anything with it. We do have our guys set to tame, so we should hopefully, maybe before the next attack comes in, have a donkey or a dromedary, which would be really good. But then thinking about it, we don't actually have anything that we can give them, because we don't have any kibble. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we're just going to go fight the first raid, which will be here in like an hour. Now this is cool. So it's a siege, but obviously there isn't that many of them. They'll drop their stuff in. So that's the attack there. 18 hours at the moment until the next one, which isn't great. They'll drop in packaged survival meals, they'll drop in components, and they'll drop in artillery shells. Those are going to be super useful for us. The shells not so much, they're quite heavy for what they're worth. Supplies have come in, let's go and attack them. Does it really matter if we get taken out? No, as long as we don't get killed outright. The Vulture are pretty much impossible to take down as long as they don't get caught on fire. So what are we looking like we're fighting? We've got a guy with a smart pistol, automatic pistol, then he's got like a scavenger shotgun, he's got a flintlock pistol, an assault rifle. Ooh, now that is nice. We do want a bunch of grenade launchers, so we have to take down Gug. With Grug taken down, we are going to give... Yeah, we'll give Rogovus the grenade launcher. That seems like something that he might like. You can go up front because you can tank. And he has defense matrix. which is going to make him a lot harder to take down, so he has a shield, which is kind of cool. You can stay back there. Rogus, you can go off there. Oh no, they're shooting at you. Best deploy your own shield. Hoorah! Can't get you now. Okay, don't want to take a shotgun to the face. You're wearing a t-shirt. And you guys move back. Vultures are tough, but they're not invincible. They'll be retreating soon, so we need to start moving in, try to cut them off. And chase them down. And then the more damaged the Krogan gets, the faster he becomes, which works out super well, because then you just have these like crazy charging down Krogans. How would you like a grenade launcher, mate? Yeah? Yeah, I thought that sounds good. And he's bleeding out in 10 hours. He will be fine. Don't want to get in a bad habit of just letting people bleed out. Okay, strip him. Let's strip him down. And then hopefully that's just going to be some more kit to sell. Tidy. Everyone off draft. And let's carry on. Alright, this is a super good bit of luck. We have a bulks good trader from the Asari Union. And they have a whole bunch of donkeys with them, which means we should be able to buy some. Not too expensive, $4.50 a pop. Pemmican is running super low though, got to be careful on that. We can sell them all the components, which is cool. All of this rubbish here. We managed to mine a bunch of steel whilst we're at it. They can have our uranium. The wood we don't really need. The weapons we can get rid of. The rest of these clothes are pretty useless for us because we're not going to be using them. And hopefully we just get a bunch of money together. Get some donkeys. Okay, let's go. 2 female, 1 male, 2 male. Okay. Actually, let's just get 2 more. Accept. Okay, now we have donkeys, which is good. Donkeys means we can carry stuff. And then all this stuff is put down to haul anyway. And Stritz, what are you looking like? Staggeringly ugly, very neurotic, pyromaniac, too smart, barnacly dull, and kind. But you can craft. Okay, and very good shooting and melee stats. He is 10 years old, so that is not great. Oh, and he's a chief as well. That's cool. Nah, we'll leave him be. Well, soon as we've done the trade, I don't think there's much point waiting around anymore. So we are... Okay, we can't reform caravan. Okay, there's still an enemy around. Okay, the vulture's just left. Cool. And let's go off and trade with the next one, and then we'll move down to the next vulture place, for lack of a better term. What we want, we need to bring the comms console with us, because maybe we can find a trade beacon. We're not too bothered about the bodies. Breaking them down right now isn't going to be worth a while. We got 4,800 silver, which isn't great. There isn't too much here that we really want. We'll take 2 batteries, and we'll also take the solar cells with us. These are all things that we cannot make. We'll take 2 generators, and then another solar cell. Sweet. We take all the foods, all the pemmicans, packaged survival meals, herbal medicine, and medicine. Tidy. And let's see if we can't pick something else up. Going to pick up the Alliance Precision Rifle. Not that it was great, we saw that it wasn't super amazing, but it is okay. And then maybe we can pick up some Alliance armor whilst we're at it. I do remember we saw some. 2,900. Okay, we're just a little bit shy for that. And we definitely can't afford the heavy armor, which is not great. That armor is fantastic. We really, really want some of that, but that isn't looking like it's happening. They're not willing to buy any of this stuff. What do we have that we can sell them? I suppose we've got medicine that they might buy. Packaged survival meals. Let's sell them the herbal medicine. We don't need that at the moment. And we can get rid of some of our normal medicine. We're going to pick it up from fighting the vulture, so I doubt we're going to get through 32 in that time. Cool. So now we have some extra Alliance armor. I think we'll give it on to Olok. He's got the sniper rifle, so we'll give you that. And we'll give you the recon armor. Cool. We're slowly getting our guys geared up. And then you can have the pistol, because we don't want using that militia rifle. That isn't looking half bad. And let's go attack the next set of vultures. And soon we are going to have an unstoppable horde. This base should be a little bit bigger, a little bit better defended than the last one, but still we can go in, strip it out, ideally capture a bunch of the Vulture, and carry on expanding. Soon we're going to need to start getting some Krogans, because I think we probably want about 3 Krogans. We're going to get one and we're going to turn them into like some super bionic, which will be cool. Wood fire generator in the middle of a desert. Logic. And seeing as we have 4 days here and we have some more people, probably worth getting some research out. We're right down in this corner, so let's move along. We'll go to here and we'll set up a location so our animals don't run in and get themselves killed, because I am very good at doing that. Area 1 is there. Animals set to area 1. Cool. And what we got? We got uranium down there, some compact plasteel, compacted machinery, silver ore, a bunch of bison. We're not really going to be able to do too much with them. Maybe a geothermal in there. I doubt it, but they could be. Then we're going to break this down and have a little look, see what they got. Yeah, it looks like there might be some decent stuff here. We do have a research bench, so we are going to be able to get a little bit of research out. We don't have to make it ourselves, which is cool. Grigon, get into cover there. Start shooting away at these Vulture. And you have the sniper, so you can go there. Then I should have... Where's my other one? There we go. Cool, you're here. You move to there, and hopefully we can bait out that triple. Do you have anything that's going to be able to help you? Defense matrix. But once that triple comes out, cool, held the line just about. You guys are there, and now start pushing up. You to here, stay in the back, try not to draw too much attention. Their numbers are definitely increasing. And how's that grenade launcher going? You going to shoot it anytime now, mate? Yeah, mum. Cool. You move to here. How are you doing? You're doing alright. Kook, you're not doing great. Okay, move you back, move you back. You can move forward, you're actually in some armour. Sniper rifles seem to have done their job just about. One Vulture down, but he'll be fine, he'll get back up. Yeah. Not great using pistols and with no armour, but details. Okay, what are you like? Careful shooter, fast walker, greedy and nimble. We can deal with that. Okay. There might be another one for the group. He's ours. What about you guys? Bionically talented. Yes, buddy. That's what we're after. Neurotic and efficient. Cool, and you're good as well. So, we claim here. Open this, go in. That's not a bad little room to find. Put these 3 down. They're all marked for prisoners. Did we want you was the question. Careful shooter, fast walker, greedy and nimble. Not massively, but we will take you. And going to capture you. And also capture you. Okay, so that's a couple more Vulture coming in. How are you doing? You're not bleeding out anymore. You're bleeding out in 16 hours, which means you heal through that. And how many bleed wounds do you have? Not many. Yeah, you'll be fine as well. Cool. Okay, that's a nice little horde of Vulture we got going there. We'll get them all healed up and then we'll start to recruit them. Turns out the Vulture weren't happy about their little prison cell. I mean, it seems right. They got a pool table, poker table, research bench. But no, that was not enough for them, so they're trying to escape. What we need is we need this guy, mostly because we want that bionically talented trait. Then the other 2, yeah, we could do with them, but it is not crazy important that we get them. Okay, so they picked up a grenade launcher and a pistol. That is fine. We can just catch them on fire. Okay, yeah, you're not going to shoot that whilst you're on fire. The other guys are moving up, but they're moving up slowly. You stay there so you can actually have a field of fire going down. Ulrich, you go here. Get to tending, mate, and if you could as well. They won't bleed out, but we obviously just don't want them dying in the meantime. Yeah, that went okay. Not amazing, but okay. So, and I think that is where we're going to have to wrap up episode 1 of the BloodPack. If you want to name a colonist, well, one of the Vulture, just message down below and we will be good to go. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next one.